Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Richawd back with another video. Now, it's this tension in the work atmosphere that I feel like a lot of people are feeling. A sense of uneasiness, a sense of tiredness, a sense of I don't want to do this anymore, but I have to do this. I'm forced to do this. I feel like the majority of people that work a 9 to 5 can relate to this settlement. The majority of people working a 9 to 5 mentally don't want to do it. Physically, they can do it, but they just don't want to do it. And they feel like they're reaching a breaking point. They feel like as things continue to rise and become inflated in the society, as the economy continues to, get worse, as the housing market continues to get worse, and everything is going up around them, and the wages at their jobs, they may get $1 raise here, $2 raise there, but it's not a substantial enough raise to where you feel comfortable. A lot of people don't feel comfortable. They feel uneasy. They feel on edge. You know what I'm saying? Let me throw a stat at y'all that I just peeped right now. In 1970, do you know what the obesity rate was for the average American? This might blow you away. Some of you guys may know this already. Some of you guys may not. But I just kind of tied this together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get to it in the video. Just bear with me. In 1970, the obesity rate of the average American was 15%. In 1970, it was 15%, right? So that means what? That means 85% of Americans weren't obese. We're at a healthy weight, You look at them and they look relatively healthy, right? As of 2024, the obesity rates have risen to 40%. 40%. That's almost 1 in every 2 American obese, right? I feel like people aren't healthy enough to work these jobs anymore. This is the underlying topic that people aren't talking about enough, because people could talk about, oh, back in the day you can just have one job and it was enough to get a house, and it was enough to have this and enough to have that, and things weren't as expensive, and they weren't. But even back in the day, people were working long, hard hours, bro. Like, working long, hard, stressful hours is nothing new. People have been doing this for years now, It's nothing new. The working hard culture, there's nothing new about it, but it seems like nowadays people are less willing to work hard. People are less willing to sacrifice. People are less willing to go the extra mile. People feel like they shouldn't have to. It shouldn't have to be this hard. I shouldn't have to work this hard. Let me tell you something. A poor diet and a poor work ethic are tied together. How many people do you know at your job? And I'm not here to body shame. This is just realistic, because I ain't gonna say who, but I mentioned like basically I mentioned like somebody being overweight, and it made somebody feel some type of way. And it's like, why are we in a society where you can't shame people for being overweight, bro? I'm not saying to bully them. I'm not saying, hey, look at you, you know what I'm saying? But you should be able to have a healthy conversation and be like, yo, man, you look like you let yourself go, man. Are you okay? You understand? But it's become normalized. And now if anybody calls it out, if anybody says, damn, that person needs to get in shape. Because I was showing, it was a clip of one of these new rappers, bro. And I was showing it to somebody I knew. And I was like, man, like, this person is you know what I'm saying? They don't look healthy, bro. I ain't gonna say who it is, but it was like a super obese rapper. You know what I'm saying? And I was basically like saying like, bro, like, this dude needs to get himself like in better shape, bro. Like, why is this being normalized? And then the person kind of felt some type of way, like I was bullying that person, or like I was just just trying to talk down on them, but it was like, no, like, I'm just saying, like, this is a very unhealthy person, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can't really have these conversations today. You got these magazines where they put these obese people in the magazines, and they making it cool to be obese, bro. 40% of Americans as of 2024 are obese, bro. And people are still sensitive when you tell someone that may be a little overweight, like, look, you may have to put the Twinkies down. You know, you may have to fast a little bit. You may have to hit the gym some more. Let me tell you, how many people, and like I said, to who the cap fits, wears it. How many people do you know at your job that are obese, that are a hard worker? I promise you, it's not many of them, bro. Because the way you treat your body and your work ethic is completely tied together. I feel like this is why there's certain laws that they're in process of passing, certain foods that they're starting to ban. I think we need a healthier diet in America. Americans have a poor diet, and Americans don't work out enough. A lot of Americans, the most they worked out was in high school and middle school. You feel me? When you had gym class, when you had to play, when you didn't have to, but when people played sports, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people post high school. I know some people from high school, they done ballooned up. I'm like, damn, you used to, you know what I'm saying? You used to be an athlete in high school. Now you feel me? They done gained a lot of weight, bruh, you know? And it has to do with the diet that we're eating, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you this, bro. If you're tired on your job, if you're exhausted, if you're physically exhausted, let me ask you this. Do you work out regularly? Do you drink a lot of water every day? Do you try to watch what you eat? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're perfect, but are you the type of person that, you feel me, you know when you eating a little too much junk food? You feel me? You know when it's time to get a sweets a break. Like, damn, I've been eating way too many sweets. I need to cool it off the sweets. Instead of eating some sweets, let me get some fruit. You know what I'm saying? To feel that need, or to feel that, you know, craving that I may have. Instead of eating some candy, let me eat some fruit. You know? I feel like this is the real issue. Why people don't want to work hard anymore. Why these workforces aren't being the performance levels aren't up to par. Because let me put y'all in on something else, bruh. A lot of you people who are maybe doing the bare minimum or barely hanging on at your job, you know, and this goes for a lot of people. This goes for people, you know, managers. It's some managers, you know what I'm saying, that they jobs barely holding on, and there's some entry level workers barely holding on, bro. And here's the thing, bro. A lot of these jobs are going to disappear in the years to come, bro. I just read somewhere where it said Macy's, Kohl's, and a couple other warehouses are closing. Imagine a whole warehouse just closing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys may wonder why warehouses are so toxic, because warehouses are under a lot of pressure, especially somewhere like an Amazon, a Tesla, a Costco's. They're under a lot of pressure to reach a certain level of production. You understand what I'm saying? And if they don't reach that level of production, these bigots, these higher ups, they lose money. And when these higher ups lose money, they pay people, and they pay people well, to figure out, why are we losing money? And what they do, they break it down, and they look at all the stores in every state, in every region, and they hire people to do these investigations, right? There's people that get paid to do this, there are performance operation managers, right? That their job is to oversee the performance that is going on at that establishment, right? So what these higher ups are going to do, they're going to hire people to go out and break down the statistics. What stores, what warehouses aren't performing at the level of these other warehouses? You got to understand, this life, the work atmosphere is very competitive. You understand? You will see it a lot. If you're one of those people and you're at a job and you hate it and you're miserable, just know there's somebody waiting for a job opening at that job so they can apply and take your spot. Not like literally, but you know what I'm saying? If you don't hang on and you end up quitting or you end up getting fired, you're just gonna bless somebody else with your opportunity, because you gotta understand, it's hard out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's people, bro. I've been reading up on a lot of shit, man. And there's people, bro, working that was working tech jobs. Very good, very well paid jobs, bro. Just got laid off, bro. Either they got laid off because, the company was going in a different direction and changing their staff up, or they got laid off for lack of performance. It's a lot of these jobs that are raising the standards. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to weed out the bare minimum workers, the people that don't want to go there and work hard. Because when you don't work hard and when the company isn't, and when production at that warehouse or at that job, whatever, when the production is low, now you're affecting, the people at the top of the pyramid. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to understand this, man. I will advise people to focus on your health. And I promise you, it will change your outlook, bro. I promise you, you will have more energy, more of a drive, more of a motivation to work. I promise you, a lot of you people, I'm not saying all, but I promise you, a lot of you people that are barely making it at your job, you have a lot of idle time outside of work. What do I mean by that? You get off of work and you go home and you sip some wine and you lay back and you feel me. You decompress, which is nothing wrong with that. Every once in a while, 2 days out the week, 1 day out the week. But for a lot of y'all, that's every single day after work. You go home, you decompress. You stuff your face with food. You don't work out. I would tell you this just to improve your mental health, because these jobs are going to continue to go in the direction that they're going to go into. You got to understand, the people at the top, all they care about is making money, bro. You feel me? They don't care about you. If you're not performing up to par, they will find a way to either replace you with somebody that is a better performer or replace you with a robot. It's going to be one or the other, bro. You feel me? The robots, they aren't completely ready yet, but they're going to be ready within, I would say, the next 15, 20 years. A lot of these robots are going to be at the point advanced enough to where they can start taking over a lot of the job field. And then a lot of you people are going to really be feeling the pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's when these smart cities will really start to thrive, because now you're going to have a lot of people out of work, a lot of people desperate. So now there will be no better time than then to bring in these smart cities and be like, look, you don't have to work. Like they literally want people not leaving their city. It says in the Bible, it's going to be a time where it's going to be hard to travel from city to city. You feel me? It's going to be hard to travel. It's going to be a time with these smart cities, bro. They're going to have you locked into your house, bro. They're going to have you relying on AI. AI is going to bring you food. It's going to be AI everything, bro. You will own nothing. They don't want you to own anything. They want you to become so desperate. They want you to become so hopeless in the fact that you can be independent and go out and get it yourself. They want to break people down so bad, and they will. I promise you, once this AI comes in, bro, you think people are suffering now. Once this AI comes in, bro, and now I would say about 50, 75% of the work field, you know what I'm saying, gets altered due to this AI. Oh yeah, people are going to become very desperate. When you got the majority of people out here not working, with no job, wondering where their next meal is going to come from, now this is where the government can grip you by the cojones, because now you're desperate. You're poor. That's what they want. They want you to be desperate and they want you to be poor, because now you got to listen to me. You feel me? Now I can pimp you out. What does a pimp look for? Does a pimp look for the girl that's educated and came from a strong family and has a boyfriend and is happy in life? No, the pimp ain't paying that girl no mind, and that girl ain't paying the pimp no mind. But who do the pimp go after? The pimp goes after the down and outs, the daddy issues, the homeless. You feel me? That's who the pimp is going to go after. You got to understand, the government is a pimp, right? A pimp cannot pimp someone who's not desperate. The government can't pimp you if you're not desperate, if you're not willing to break, if you're not about to crack and fold. If you're too strong mentally and physically and spiritually, they can't pimp you. That's why I feel like there was an agenda for a while to keep people lazy, to keep people obese, to normalize obesity. What society normalizes obesity where every statistic in science tells you that obesity leads to diseases? So why were we normalizing? And it's even to the point we've normalized obesity so much. You got certain people now. Some people are saying they taking pills and all this and that, but you got people like Ice Spice and other rappers like that. They're losing weight. They're looking healthier. Like Ice Spice, she looks healthy now. You know, previous Ice Spice, yeah, she had a fat behind, but she ain't looked the healthiest. Her skin wasn't glowing. Like now it's like her skin like got a certain type of glow. Like she looks healthy. She looks like she's taking care of herself. She doesn't have as much acne. You know what I'm saying? Obesity leads to acne. A lot of people wonder why your skin is dry. You got pimples. You got certain black spots. All these things is because of how you're eating. Because of your lack of exercise. You're not working out. This will improve the quality of life before any job, bro. Before any job, bro. I promise you, you will feel like a better human being. You won't be at the point to where you're about to break down. You're not going to be at the point to where you're crying and barely holding on. Because like I said, we've had these labor and these tough job and these tough work environments for years now. And people have been able to work hard and make it. So why is it now that people don't want to work hard and make it? Because if you work hard, you can make it. Now you got to work smart as well. You feel me? You got to work smart as well. But if you work hard, bro, if you apply yourself, you can make it. Why are people not willing to go the extra mile to make it no more, or not as many? I feel like a lot of it is tied to our health. I feel like spiritually our health is poor. You know what I'm saying? I feel like physically our health is poor. And what you put in your body is what you're going to get out, bro. If you're putting in a bunch of dead weight, a bunch of dead energy, a bunch of low frequency foods, that is exactly how you're going to feel. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell you this, man. To the person out there struggling at a job, evaluate how you take care of yourself, right? You can say, well, I don't have time to work a 12-hour shift, take care of the kids and take care of my body. You got to understand this, bro. If you don't make health a priority, that job, your kids, it ain't going to be nothing if you're in a morgue. You understand? All that money you working for is not going to mean a thing if you're in a morgue. The most important thing to look after is you, your health, your physical well-being, your spiritual well-being, your peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Because this world can easily take that peace of mind away from you if you're not grounded. But if you ground yourself spiritually, you pray to something, you believe in a higher power. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a certain, I hate to use this word, a certain aura, a certain level of protection, a certain glow, you know, a natural glow. Taking care of your physical well-being, bro, your physical health, watching what you're eating. A lot of people speak so much about the Bible and how the Bible is so fake. Well, if the Bible is so fake, why are there dietary laws that can lead you to a healthier lifestyle? Why do the very unclean foods that they tell you not to eat in the Bible, why do those very foods, scientifically, those very foods lead to obesity and to diseases, bro? Those very unclean foods that they tell you not to eat in the Bible, bro. Those very unclean foods, those very unclean lifestyles. Why does it tell you in the Bible to take periods to fast? Things of that nature. If the Bible is so terrible. But I digress from the Bible. I'm just saying. The way you treat yourself, the way you treat your body, your physical health is everything, bro. If you just go into a job and every day, goddamn, because you don't want to work a little harder, you don't want to prep no meals, you don't want to get in the kitchen and cook. It all comes down to having the energy. A lot of people don't have the energy. Why don't they have the energy after work? Some people may say, oh, well, they're worn down from that job. Yeah, that could be it. But what's the difference between the person that gets off of work and goes to the gym, goes for a run, you feel me? And the person that gets off of work, you feel me, goes and eats them a big meal and goes to sleep. May drink them some alcohol. What is the difference, bro? And I'm not saying that you got to live a boring and a bland life and you can't have certain vices. You know, now in a perfect world, I would recommend you not to have vices, but I know we're human, bro. I know a lot of people are going to have a drink here and there, and it's actually nothing wrong biblically with having a drink. You know what I'm saying? The issue is being a drunk. There's nowhere in the Bible where it says you can't drink. Actually, God created alcohol. He created wine. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with drinking, but it tells you in the Bible not to become a drunkard. You know what I'm saying? But we're human. We're in a time of sin. People are still going to get drunk here and there. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to have your vices, but all I'm saying is you don't want to be an alcoholic. It's okay to have alcohol here and there. It's okay to get a drink here and there. It may be, in my opinion, it's okay to get drunk sometimes. You feel me? But you don't want to be an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be to the point to where it's messing with your physical and your mental health because, a lot of people, that alcohol and stuff, they call it in the store spirits. You know what I'm saying? They call alcohol spirits because it puts certain different spirits in your body, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people, when they get drunk and they black out and they don't remember what happened, that's because that wasn't them. That was a spirit that possessed them. But that may be a little too much for y'all. But anyway, I feel like this growing rate of these 9-to-5s aren't working, we're not getting paid enough, this, that, and the third. I feel like a lot of it is connected to physical health, spiritual health, mental health. I feel like it's poor, it's lacking right now. I think a lot of people need to prioritize exercising. A lot of people need to prioritize fasting, intermittent fasting, slow down on your meals. You know what I'm saying? You ever notice the name of breakfast is break fast? Just food for thought. Just food for thought. Did you ever notice that breakfast, if you break it down, is break fast? It is to break your fast because what happens when you're sleeping? You're basically fasting during that time. And then when you wake up, you break the fast. I think a lot of people need to. You can still be healthy. A lot of people hear, oh, you're going to tone down to 1 meal a day or you're going to intermittent fast and they think you're going to become some skinny, unhealthy person, which is not true. It's all about the nutrients that you put into your body. You know what I'm saying? If you're only eating a certain amount of times a day or a certain amount of meals a day, but that very meal that you eat, those smoothies that you consume are filled with nutrients and with proteins, you will actually be healthier and look stronger. You will actually have actual muscles because a lot of the food that you're consuming, you may think that you're healthier because you may think that you're stronger than someone because you may look bigger, but somebody may look skinnier than you, but they're more muscle bound. They have more nutrients than you. They're more vibrant than you. They're healthier than you. They have more stamina than you. So yeah, you have all these muscles, but if you was to get into a boxing ring with a skinnier person who knows how to move, you feel me? How you think Floyd Mayweather was able to defeat so many opponents that were bigger than him? Because he knew how to move and he had excellent stamina, right? It ain't all about being the biggest and the baddest. Sometimes it's about being the smartest and the fastest. You understand? But I don't want to, I've talked about a lot in this video. Really, my point that I want to make, bro. A lot of these jobs are going to continue to trend in a certain direction. Like I said, these higher ups, all they care about is making money. And I have a live stream coming. I'm either go live tonight or tomorrow. I got some stuff I got to do. So 9 times out of 10, I might end up going live tomorrow. I was supposed to go live last night, but it just continuously is been getting pushed back because of stuff I've been doing. But I'm either get that live out tonight or tomorrow for sure. And I'm going to talk about how the rich keep getting richer and the poor keeps getting poorer. And will that backfire? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's a great possibility and a great chance. And biblically, it tells you that it's going to backfire. You know what I'm saying? But that's the video for today, man. I just want to, advise people. Focus on your health, bro. Don't let that job stress you out. Don't like I said, bro, That job ain't gonna mean nothing. That check from that job ain't gonna mean nothing if you're in the morgue. Don't continue to stress yourself going to that job when you feeling unhealthy, your stomach hurting. You feel me? Take care of yourself. Go to the doctor. Don't let how expensive things get. Know this one thing. I went to the doctor before and I didn't pay the doctor fees, and those fees do not go on your credit. So if you're feeling ill, even if you're broke, even if your account is in the negative, bro, if you're not feeling healthy, go to the doctor, go to the hospital, go get a checkup, take care of you. Go see a therapist if mentally you feel like you're about to lose your damn mind. Don't continue to drag yourself to that job until you reach the point where you just crack and you just break. You don't want to get to that point. And a lot of people, they're at that point to where they crack and they break and they mentally break down. You don't want to get to the point to where you mentally break down. Get ahead of the problem. And I feel like the best way to cope, because we all got to cope with having to work. That is the I feel the purpose of us being here, to work to some sort of capacity, bro. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a place where you just come and you just relax and you just chill. You know, even the rich and the wealthy, they have to work. It may be a different type of work, you know what I'm saying? But they have to work and they have a lot of stress and a lot of responsibilities. Everybody has a lot of stress and a lot of responsibilities. So the best way to cope with that is take care of yourself. So physically and mentally, you're in a good space and you're healthy. Bro, you would be surprised how different you feel when you eat differently, bro. Just eating differently, bro. You'll be surprised how differently you feel when you get spiritually connected to something. Hopefully God, hopefully the Most High God, but I'm not here to tell you what to connect with. But you will be surprised how different you feel when you have something that you connect with, when you have something that grounds you. You know what I'm saying? You will be surprised just how much clarity that you will get when you're healthy. A lot of brain fog and a lot of brain rot, as they call it, I feel like comes from poor diets. Now, people can talk about all these substances, but I mean, even back in the day, motherfuckers were smoking cigarettes, all type of shit, but they still wasn't obese. They still wasn't obese. It's now that we have from a 15% obesity rate to a 40% obesity rate, bro. I think that is alarming, bro. It should be alarming that almost half of the American population is obese. And then we wonder why, the economy continues to suffer. We wonder why prices continue to go up. We wonder why jobs continue to get worse and worse. The atmosphere of jobs continue to get worse and worse. Because when you don't have enough workers, when there's a shortage of workers and there's a shortage of good workers, and then the production is going down, now you have to raise the prices of everything else. Because less supply, more demand. More supplies, less demand. If you have more workers to get out more products, the price on those products will have to go down because there's more of it. But when there's less of those products, when you have less people, you know what I'm saying? When you have less workers, when you have less laborers, when you have less people making the very products that we use to build our houses, when you have less people, less farmers, less people producing crops and all of these things, then they have to go up on the prices, bro. That's why it's important in a healthy, thriving society, the workers are the most important factor of that, bro. Because without quality workers, everything crashes. So it all starts with the workers. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that, bro. Understand your value in the whole grand scheme of things. Nothing will continue on without you. Gucci, Versace, Louis, Jordan, all these major brands, bro, they benefit off of the poor, bro. Did you know that? Did you know that poor people spend more money on these exotic brands than people with money? Crazy, ain't it? Crazy, ain't it? But that's just how people have been programmed. You would notice a lot of rich people, they don't wear a lot of this designer stuff, bro. Now, they wear nice quality clothes. But they not here trying to keep up with the Joneses like everybody else. They not here buying every iPhone just to say they bought an iPhone. It's our people that do that. It's our people that go into debt to look like they're doing something. A lot of people, they got things that aren't even theirs yet. A lot of people, they have a phone, but they got to pay off that phone. A lot of people, they have a car, but they got to pay off that car. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they may look a certain way. They may look like they're doing a certain way, but really they're in debt just to look that way. You know? But I don't want to ramble off too long. I've said a lot in this video. The point being, bro, we got to focus on our health, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand that people are at a breaking point with these jobs. But just understand, bro, all these jobs care about is money. They don't care about you. So you can never emotionally tie yourself into a job. You got to look at a job for what a job is, a source of income, a way to get revenue, right? That's all it is. It's not a place for you to go and be happy. It's not a place for you to go and be comfortable. It's a place for you to go and make money to potentially better your life. But I will also say, don't put all your eggs in the work basket. Right? Don't make your life just work. No, man, you got to have a healthy work-life balance. You can work 6 days a week, bro, and still have a healthy work-life balance, bro. If you work 12 hours a day, there's another 12 hours in that day, bro. You feel me? There's another 12 hours in that day. Say you sleep for 6 of them for the other 6 hours, or say you sleep for the other 7 hours. You still have about 5 hours before you have to go, about 4 to 5 hours before you have to go to work to get something productive done. You still have 4 to 5 hours before you have to go into work, right? To get up, to go to the gym, right? To meal prep. You feel me? To prepare a meal for the week. So you don't have to rely on fast food to get you by. Right? This is what it's going to come down to, bro. I promise you, bro. It's going to be the survival of the fittest. And those that don't catch up will get left behind, bro. And no, these people aren't going to care, bro. They're getting rid of benefits. They're getting rid of handouts. Starbucks, they're getting rid of, you can't just go in Starbucks and chill no more. You can't just go in Starbucks and use the Wi-Fi to do your homework no more. You got to go in there and you have to actually buy something, because Starbucks has been losing money because it's a lot of homeless people that just be chilling at Starbucks. You feel me? So you just got to understand, certain laws and things are being passed where the standards are being risen. Things are becoming stricter. You know, the very things that people hated. See, things always have to reset. Things always have to autocorrect. You know what I'm saying? So during the time of liberation, where everybody wanted to make everything easier, that actually made things harder for people. During the time of liberation, where so-called black people were given support and given government assistance, those very government assistance have kept a lot of black people poor, because now you rely on something instead of relying on yourself, right? A lot of black people back in the day, they were doing a lot better. Their families were a lot stronger when we didn't used to get government assistance. Back in the 50s and 60s, there were no government assistance. I believe government assistance were introduced in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken, right? Before then, there were no government assistance, bro, but families were still strong. The black community was thriving. It wasn't until they brought in these government assistance and these CIA gangs and all these things, because you got to understand, these gangs are tied to the government, bro. They're just here to divide. What sense does it make? You're a black man, I'm a black man. You wear red, I wear blue, so now we don't like each other. What sense does that make? What sense does that make where you're trying to claim a neighborhood, you're trying to claim a block that you don't own? That if the police came and told everybody they had to leave and they raided everybody's houses, niggas will go running. You don't own it. So what sense, you feel me? You see how they programmed us to be against each other, right? But I've said a lot in this video, man. But ultimately, dog, with the direction where things are going, bro, we got to get our mental and physical and spiritual health at a point to where we can make it, bro. Because you're going to have to be very, very, very strong mentally in these times. A lot of people are going to crack and they're going to break because they're not strong enough up here. And a lot of these foods, they take that willpower away. It's hard to have willpower when you're tired. It's hard to have willpower when you're drained. It's hard to have willpower when your stomach is full and bloated. It's hard to have willpower when you don't have energy. But when you have energy, when you're vibrant, when you eat foods that put life into your body, that put nutrients into your body, that add a glow to your face, when your eyes clear up, when you look healthier, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you are healthier, you know, when you are healthier, what was I saying? I kind of lost my train of thought, but y'all know what I'm trying to say, bro. When you're healthier, bro, you will be. Oh, that's what I was saying. When you're healthier, bro, you will be able to make it in these times, bro. Because like I said, things are gonna get harder and harder, bro. A lot of you guys aren't gonna listen. A lot of you guys are gonna think that somebody's gonna come and save you, or things gotta get better at some point. It just can't keep getting worse. Okay, keep going on with that mentality. And I'm gonna keep warning you. Things are gonna get harder. Things are gonna get worse. You're gonna have to pay attention to details. You're gonna have to focus. If you don't start preparing now, and if you don't start bettering yourself now, if you don't start looking for careers now, if you don't start looking for different streams of revenue now, if you don't start putting money together to buy land now, if you don't start getting ownership now, it's going to be too late later on, bro. It's going to be way too late later on, man. But I'm out, dog.